This is Pocono Mountains Podcast, episode 45, and as has been the case for nearly one full year now, I'm your host, Jim Hamill. We're about to celebrate one full year of this podcast. That's an entire year of sharing stories with you, our listeners, of all the great people and places in the Poconos. We also will mark a second year of the global pandemic, which has had its impact locally, from the healthcare industry to tourism and many other aspects of our communities. Our nonprofits have certainly been resilient and have continued to help those on the front lines. There's even a new program to help provide meals for the men and women who have been working tirelessly to provide medical care for those who most need it, while supporting local restaurants. It's called Miracle Meals for Miracle Workers, and it's yet another way the Pocono Mountains United Way is answering the call to help, along with the Pocono Mountains Visitors Bureau. More on that in a bit. The Poconos is a year-round destination for millions, and with 2,400 square miles of rivers, lakes, forests, and mountains, and historic downtowns as well as iconic family resorts, it's the perfect getaway. You can always find out more on PoconoMountains.com or watch Pocono Television Network. That's PTN, streaming live 24/7 at PoconoTelevision.com. Thanks for listening. You will have a new episode of Pocono Mountains Podcast each week, highlighting lots of the fun things you can experience while you're visiting the Poconos. Subscribe and leave a review and/or comment on whatever platform you listen. Back to the episode now. Miracle Meals is a partnership of Pocono Mountains United Way, Pocono Mountains Visitors Bureau, and the local restaurants in Monroe County. The initiative provides funding for local restaurants while giving meals to our healthcare heroes. Donations can be made online. You can head to PoconoUnitedWay.org and find a link there, or you can mail your donations to 301 McConnell Street, Stroudsburg, PA 18360, with a note to designate those funds to, quote, Miracle Meals. For more on that, here's Brianna Strunk and some guests, including Eric from Frogtown Chop House. See episode 41. Here's more from that upcoming segment on March's Pocono Mountains Magazine.
Hi again, welcome back to Pocono Mountains Magazine. I'm one of your hosts, Brianna Strunk. For this next segment, we are in the studio at East Stroudsburg University talking about a brand new initiative that is underway. Of course, the COVID-19 pandemic has been rough on all of us, especially our healthcare workers. Another industry that's been affected, especially early on, are local restaurants. So here to talk about this brand new initiative, we have Sarah Jacoby with the Pocono Mountains United Way, Eric Noon with the Frogtown Chop House, one of my favorite restaurants in the Poconos, Dr. Victor Catania with Lehigh Valley Hospital Pocono, and Jamie Meckes, nurse manager at St. Luke's Monroe campus. Welcome all to Pocono Mountains Magazine.
Thanks for having us.
Appreciate it.
We're excited to have you all, and let's start with Sarah. Tell us about Miracle Meals.
Sure. So Miracle Meals is a new initiative that Pocono Mountains United Way has kicked off to support our healthcare workers. You know, these folks have been with us, supporting us every step of the way through this pandemic, keeping us healthy, getting us back to health, being there as a resource in our community, and it's an opportunity to show our thanks to them.
How exactly does the program work?
Sure. So folks can make a donation to the Miracle Meals program through our website. 100% of that money goes to purchase gift certificates from locally owned restaurants that are then provided to the healthcare systems and EMS stations so that frontline healthcare workers get a little bit of support. Have a place to stop off and get a meal at the end of the day, have something to take home to the family, and just make their lives a little easier.
Yeah, it's a great initiative. And Jamie, we've been in the thick of this for 2 years now, and it's been a really hard process, a hard past 2 years. One of the things that have come out of it is seeing the community support. So you have community members and community groups that have stepped up to make donations to you and your colleagues. So what are some of the items that you've received?
Yeah, so initially, when the pandemic started, we received a lot of food donations from different, businesses within the area, and it was really great to have that support. It was a break for our cafeteria workers within the hospital in order for the staff to go down and grab a quick bite to eat. We received things like fuzzy socks and candles and just things to feel supported by the community and know that what we're fighting for and who we're fighting for is supporting us. So it was really great.
And this new Miracle Meals initiative to further support our healthcare workers, how meaningful is it to you and your colleagues?
I think it's great. Not only is it an opportunity for us to be able to grab some food, but for our local businesses and our community to really get our economy back going and being able to get out and start to feel normal again, I think is just so important.
Dr. Catania, for you and your colleagues, how have the past 2 years been like?
I think our experience has mirrored a lot of what America's felt. There was a lot of hesitancy, fear in the beginnings, not sure where or when this is going to finish. And as this pandemic has continued on, as Jamie mentioned, there was a lot of fatigue, I'll put it that way. Just everyone getting tired, constantly working. And so having the support from our local communities was very vital in that part to kind of reinforce that relationship that we all are here with, that we are providing healthcare to our communities, and to see the communities come back to us and provide that support. I don't think I could ever adequately explain the level of gratitude we have towards that. And so now, as we are transitioning towards this new phase of the pandemic, towards more of an endemic phase, I think a lot of us are feeling more hopeful towards a potential return to normalcy. We're starting to see hospitalization rates drop, community spread drop. We're starting to see vaccination rates go up. And so I think all of us now are feeling very hopeful to what the future might hold.
And Jamie mentioned those donations that have come in. Food has been a big donation. I know pillows at one point, because a lot of our healthcare workers were sleeping overnight to continue fighting this pandemic and helping patients. So for you, what is it about meals that is such a great donation? And in this case, gift certificates.
So I think it's the convenience of it, right? So I know a lot of us are working very long hours, like a lot of other people are. And so just to be able to say, I've put in a whole day working at the hospital or working at the office, and this is one less thing now mentally I have to be aware of and be mindful of. That, okay, at the end of the day, dinner's set or a quick snack is set. And then having the benefit of saying, and I feel comfortable knowing that I'm helping support these local businesses and local restaurants that have been right with us in the thick of it in terms of being impacted by this pandemic.
Yeah, and just going back to Sarah, our nurses, our doctors are benefiting from Miracle Meals, but also EMS workers who have been in the thick of this as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, we don't want to forget those frontline workers. It's such a critical resource in our community and really the first link in that chain of getting people to the care they need in those emergency situations. So we just want to make sure that they're supported as well.
And Eric, as mentioned, our local restaurants have been affected, especially early on. So just talk about your experience these past 2 years.
It's been wild. What a wild ride. The beginning was all about pivoting, changing what we do and becoming uncomfortable, being okay with being uncomfortable and doing something new every day to survive. What this program does is it really truly is an honor for us. We bring happiness through food, beverage, and service. It's what we do. It is what I do every day, and my partners and my team. So to be able to partner and to be able to provide food to what you folks do every day, we cook steaks, and I'm proud of that. But you save lives, and that's something that's really incredible, and I'm incredible to be a part of a program that's helping you.
And this is also helping your restaurant, too.
100%. Anything, these days helps. Because we still do see fear. Doctor, you saying the words that we're seeing the endemic, my heart was so warm to finally start hearing that, especially from a professional. We are seeing, in the restaurant industry, the same type of thing. People are becoming a little bit more comfortable and coming back out to eat. So having a gift card in your hand, now you're going to come out and join us and support us, which is an awesome thing.
Yeah, and things are looking up for our community and also our local restaurants, but how was it, especially early on? You talked about pivoting, but a lot of our local restaurants, we can't forget, were put out of business because of the pandemic.
100%. And it was groups like the Pocono Mountain United Way and the PRLA, which is the Pocono Restaurant and Lodging Association. These advocacy groups really stepped in to try to save the industry. And we started with the Restaurant Relief Fund, which was the first program that we developed through a partnership to really try to help our team when the restaurants were shut down. There was no servers or bartenders helping people during their parties and those moments in life when you come out to eat. So that was how we started right away, and it's groups like that. And I also want to say, and I think this is so important, we always go to these groups in crisis. What I want to start seeing is let's stick with these groups, support these groups, so we're prepared and we beat or get ahead of the next crisis.
As you can hear, Eric is a great speaker. He's also a great advocate for the hospitality industry. So what are some of the things that you've done specifically?
Specifically, a lot, you know what it was? A lot of ground and pound. We were talking, we were on the steps of Harrisburg. We were writing letters. I'm honored to be the vice president of the PRLA with Trip Ravena Barley Creek as my president, and we're proud to bring knowledge to restaurants. A lot of restaurant owners are very proud, and chefs especially, that they do it. We do it our way, and our way works. We found out very quickly that during COVID, that's not how it works. We need knowledge. We need daily emails. We need groups that are specifically targeting bills in the House and Senate to help us and get us through this. And I was honored to be a part of it and honored to continue to move up the ladder in that group.
Well, we thank you for your efforts on behalf of the hospitality industry here in the Poconos and the community at large. Sarah, so this program is not going to be possible without the community's support. Your website is super easy to navigate. People can go on and select an amount. No amount is too small, $10 or $200. It goes towards a good cause. So once again, let our viewers know how they can donate and reiterate any other final thoughts you want to provide.
Sure. So people can visit our website, poconounitedway.org. There's a banner right on the homepage. Click on Miracle Meals. It'll take you into the donation page, and it's just that way to show your gratitude.
Amazing. Jamie Meckes, anything that you want to add? Final thoughts?
Yeah, we just really want to tell our community, it's safe and it's okay to come to the emergency room for your care. We don't want you to be scared away. We want to make sure that you're getting the right care that we can provide for you to get you back onto that road to health.
Dr. Catania, any final thoughts that you want to add?
Sure, absolutely. So I want to say thank you, first of all, for your efforts here and joining with us and continuing that partnership. And as everyone has said, things are improving, but I still want to stress that if anyone watching or anyone's loved ones have not done so, please get vaccinated. It still remains the best means of protecting your health, protecting your loved one's health, reducing your risk of hospitalization, and reducing your risk, God forbid, of death as well. That is the only way that us as a community are going to be able to get back to normal. So please vaccinate.
Great final thoughts. And I don't think that this is the last you're going to be seeing of this guy, because I think that you're going to get some gift cards to the Frogtown Chop House.
Excellent.
Yeah, very excited.
Start looking at that menu
go.
now. Thank you, Sarah, with the United Way, and everybody here for being here and sharing these important thoughts on the new Miracle Meals program.
Miracle Meals has only just kicked off, and we at Pocono Television Network are so very proud to support it, as well as the men and women who will benefit from your donations to the cause. Please find out more at poconounitedway.org. The Poconos may be an amazing four-season destination, but that's only made possible through the hard work of the charities that exist, and they keep finding ways to provide for others in the best of times and the worst of times.
You know what you want,
when you want it,
and we've got it. You are in control.
of your comfort.
Chris, you mean comfort food.
Foodies find their comfort with us. You will too. Find yours at PoconoTelevision.com.
We're back. Thanks for listening to Pocono Mountains Podcast. I'm Jim Hamill. We hope you enjoy all the various ways our region supports its shared goals, including the most recent episode, 44, which featured Wayne Tomorrow. It's a county-sponsored collaborative group of organizations that work to better the quality of life for everyone, residents and visitors. In the same vein, we're proud to promote an upcoming telethon for the organization Big Brothers Big Sisters of Northeastern Pennsylvania. The Monroe County chapter holds an annual telethon. And this year, it's being held on March 27th to help raise money to support the programs that match bigs with littles, brothers and sisters who we got to meet during the January episode of Pocono Mountains Magazine. Please enjoy this discussion with Jillian and Destiny, and please consider helping the cause during the virtual telethon, where you can find out more at bbbsnepa.com. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Pocono Mountains Magazine. I'm one of your hosts, Jim Hamill, here at the East Stroudsburg University McGarry Communications Studio. And we are joined by some wonderful guests again this month, the month of January, and it is National Mentoring Month. So we wanted to talk to some big brothers, some big sisters, and in this case, big sister, little sister, Jillian and Destiny, joining me here today at ESU to talk about what Big Brothers Big Sisters does as far as matching up people, adults and children who have this ability then to form a relationship and kind of help each other through life in a lot of different ways. So thank you again for joining me.
Yeah, sure. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for having me.
Totally our pleasure, guys. And first, I'll start with you, Jillian. You're a student here at ESU.
Yes, yep.
Tell me what made you get into mentoring overall.
So I wanted to be a mentor because I grew up in a household where my parents worked full time. And I was just there with my older siblings, and there's like quite an age gap there. So, you know, when I wanted to play with Bratz dolls, they wanted to go on MySpace. So, you know, like as a kid, I would feel lonely a lot of times, you know, because I was like a bothersome little sister. But having that experience, it made me realize how important it is to have emotional support, like when you're growing up, because being a kid can be hard sometimes. And when you have big emotions, it's hard to navigate. So I wanted to be that support for someone else. So then that's when I met Destiny.
And you guys have known each other about a year now, right?
Yeah, over a year. It feels like longer.
Yeah.
You were saying that earlier. You sound like it's been a decade, but it's only been a year.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Tell me, Destiny, what it feels like to have a mentor like Jillian here, who's there when you need her.
It's really nice to have Jillian as my big sister because she's so sweet and she really, really makes me feel like she cares about me, and she doesn't treat me like in a bad way. We always treat each other equally, and we just love each other.
Yeah.
That's really important. That connection that you have with people, no matter the age gap, right? Like, what are some of the ways that you guys get to interact when you guys get together?
So we get to do like all sorts of fun stuff. We always love like arts and crafts. Like we made like a string art.
Yeah.
We paint our pumpkins every Halloween.
All right.
We got to go to Knoebels with the other matches, and that was a really fun experience.
Yeah.
But even just like the car rides going somewhere, it's like the little moments are so much fun. Like
Now you're a middle school student, right?
Yes.
So you're learning a lot. You have tests and all that kind of stuff. Describe to me what Jillian does to help you kind of get through school too, because school can also be pretty stressful.
Mm-hmm. Yes. She always offers to help me with math, and she treats me how to be a good student, like so I won't get in trouble a lot. And I really appreciate it because like everybody thinks of me as like a smarty pants, and sometimes some people think of me as a nerd. I don't really care though because
right.
that just means I'm smart. So
yeah,
just
nerds
giving
are
me.
cool.
Yeah, nerds are cool.
Yeah, absolutely, they are. Sign me up. I'm a nerd. Totally.
Yeah, and yeah.
So she helps you get that self-confidence in yourself in a lot of ways. You know, coming into the holiday season as well, this will be airing in January. I know that the big push then is to kind of like promote the programs that Big Brothers Big Sisters has. What can you guys tell me about like how that program works? Does it kind of like make the match and then let you guys make of it what you make of it?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I was interviewed, and it was so funny. Like right after my interview, Brenna was like, I know exactly who I want to match you with. And I was so excited. So like they match our personalities so well together. Like we really mesh, and it's like such a natural bond. So yeah, our match day was August 10th, of 2020. So that was the day we first met, and like we really hit it off. Like we started talking about TikTok and
Oh yeah, that's a topic of conversation, especially at you know you'll be 11 soon, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, they matched us so well together. I couldn't ask for a better little sister.
Yes.
That's fantastic. So why do you think more people should sign up to like be in this position? I mean, and we could start with you, Destiny.
I think more people should sign up to me like Jillian because other little girls can experience what I experience and know that they always have somebody that they can count on if they don't have their mom, dad, or siblings around. So
Sure.
that really helped them.
Because there are a lot of people who kind of have those different family dynamics, and I I have 2 young children too, and with how busy life can be too, it's hard to kind of like carve out that time sometimes. So you guys get to carve out probably weekly, if not like sometimes daily. You're probably
tomorrow we're
talking.
gonna hang out again.
Are you? All right. But what's that like then? Do you guys get to kind of communicate and set up, planned?
Yeah, exactly. Like anytime we meet up, we'll talk and we'll see what we want to do next week and like how we want to plan our day. We both find an activity that we both like to do, and so it's always really fun.
It's always fun because even if I have been to that place, she makes it more funner.
You make it more funner.
You make it more funner.
I sense you guys are kind of kismet. That's fantastic.
Yeah, and I think more people should become a mentor because it's really an invaluable experience. Like, I got into this wanting to be a support for someone, but I got so much back. Like, I got so much support back tenfold. And Destiny, like, I'm her mentor, but I've learned so much from her. And she really pushes me and, like, makes sure I take risks and I'm doing my best. Like, this is, like, something I would never do. But, like, Destiny's like, yeah, let's do it. So I'm like, yeah, let's do it.
Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, like, we both are growing so much together.
Yeah, and I make her do it. Sometimes she doesn't want to do it. I make her do it.
I'm like, okay, Destiny, let's go. She hypes me up.
You push each other then to kind of be better versions of yourself, right? That's what we all have to do for each other.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
that's amazing, guys.
It's only an experience I got to have because of Big Brothers Big Sisters. So yeah, I'm forever grateful for that.
We want to talk to Michelle Hamilton. She's with Big Brothers Big Sisters of Northeastern Pennsylvania. We're going to talk to her now virtually, and we'll be right back. Michelle Hamilton with Big Brothers Big Sisters of Northeastern Pennsylvania joining us virtually now here on Pocono Mountains Magazine. Thank you for joining us. And I just wanted to say, these girls we're talking with are amazing. And that's a real credit to your organization and all that you guys do to help find these matches and provide for them a great program.
Yeah, thank you for having us on the television. We are so excited. We have about 100 and so matches throughout the counties. We serve 11 counties, not just Monroe. So it's exciting to see their relationship form. They're a newer match, but we've had matches that have been together till graduation, so 10 years or more.
Good for you folks. Now, how long have you been involved with the organization, and how have you seen it morph over time, especially in light of the fact that the last 2 years have been, a very difficult thing to navigate, from the standpoint of having to probably deal with, social distancing and different kinds of matches in a way than you were accustomed to?
Oh yeah, I have been with the organization. It'll be 2 years in February. I started 1 month before COVID at the agency, and we were before that started out. We were with Big Brothers Big Sisters of the Bridge, and now we're of Big Brothers Big Sisters of Northeastern Pennsylvania. And yes, it was a transition. We definitely had to regroup. Pivot into doing virtual matching, matching a big to a little virtually, doing Zoom calls, much like this, and conducting activities, virtually during the shutdown. But we're back to in-person activities. We're looking for, mentors that can give up their time 1 to 3 hours per week to mentor a child in ages 7 to 14. And we're still, we've got a few kids on our wait list, so we are in need of that. I'm sure you saw, with Destiny and Jillian, how much, the big gets out of the relationship.
They were beaming. I mean, they are just, the perfect match. They really are. They almost complete each other's sentences. So it's really great to see.
Right. Well, it's so funny you say that. I mean, when we do the matching process, we really look for, like-minded, individuals. So if Destiny had this, interest, we wanted to make sure that, she was matched with a big that kind of, had those same, attributes or interests so that it does work. we're really excited to join the village. And please, go to our website, and find out more. We do have information on our website. If you're interested, kind of poke around. Invite you to see us. Also, we're on Facebook, and you can see some of the matches and what they do.
bbbsnepa.com. Head there for all the information on the telethon airing on Blue Ridge Cable Channel 13 on February 27th, National Mentoring Month. And Michelle, I can't thank you enough for joining us. And we hope that you guys have a wonderful new year, helping everybody get the matches that they need. That's a really important thing to see in this time and age.
Yes, thank you so much for having me.
All right, take care. Again, our thanks to Michelle for setting up this conversation and joining us virtually for that conversation as well. Jillian, Destiny, it was a pleasure to meet you both.
Pleasure to meet you.
Well,
thank you so much.
And you've really inspired me, as well as I'm sure many other people watching this program, to mentor or seek out mentors if you're, in that position, and especially supporting that cause through National Mentoring Month, the telethon, again, February 27th. That is on Blue Ridge Cable Channel 13. And you folks, you got to get back to school and work, right? So
Yeah.
Keep us.
yeah. But again, keep up the great work, guys, and thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
It was
so
a
much
pleasure.
for giving me this opportunity.
Opportunity's all ours, kiddo. Thank you so much. Big Brothers, Big Sisters of NEPA and Miracle Meals for Miracle Workers. Two amazing efforts through charities that can use your support at this time and continue to make the Poconos a strong region. Thanks for listening. Please remember to subscribe to Pocono Mountains Podcast anywhere podcasts are available. Come visit us in the Pocono Mountains. Plan your trip today.